Hello, in this video we demonstrate how leverage point can be used to model more complex value scenarios. Specifically, we'll be talking about acquisition efficiencies, what they are and how to deal with them in a pricing model, and two, how to use different price metrics for your offer versus the competitive alternative. First, some explanation about a situation we call acquisition efficiencies. This occurs when your product offer performs more efficiently than the competitive alternative. And by efficient, I mean that your customer doesn't need to buy as much of your product to get the same outcome or result. And although the customer can use your greater efficiency to make and sell more output, they instead choose to get the value of using less input. Variations of this type of efficiency scenario occur often in specialty chemicals, food products, and equipment industries. And we discovered that using a traditional EVE model to illustrate them can get tricky. Fortunately, we've added some new enhancements to Leverage Point for modeling acquisition efficiencies. So let me show you that using a very simple case example. Like, for instance, paper towels that customers use to wipe up spills. Here's a specific value comparison scenario. We start with a customer who measures performance by using a per spill metric. It takes 2 sheets of the competitor paper towel to clean up that spill. Our offering is more efficient because it only takes 1 super towel to clean up that same spill. So super towel has an obvious performance advantage. Now we need to figure out how to quantify the economic value this brings to the customer. Here I've set up a new value model for this scenario. Note how I've answered the 3 basic questions: offering, customer, competitor, and how I've defined a customer unit of measure. So let's move on to the next tab, units and prices. Okay, here I added my competitor price. It's 2 cents per sheet. Likewise, I entered a price for Super Towel, and this is 3 cents per sheet. For now, I'm choosing to use the same per sheet price metric for the competitor and for Super Towel, and that seems perfectly reasonable given that we're comparing paper towels. But on the other hand, we already know that a Super Towel sheet is 2 times better than the competitor sheet. And even though Super Towel is priced 1 cent higher, we have a gut feeling that it delivers better value for the customer on a per spill basis. So to sort this out, we need to go to the Units and Currency dialog, accessed from the More button. When we open this, we find that the ratio between spill and competitor unit and Super Towel are 1 to 1 to 1. But we need to change this to reflect the actual performance. So for the competitor, it's not 1 spill to 1 sheet, it's actually 1 spill to 2 sheets. Super Towel at 1 sheet per spill is correct, so we'll leave this as is. Now, see what happened. A new section appears at the bottom of this dialog titled Acquisition Efficiency. This only appears when an efficiency difference is detected. So for many value models, you'll never see it or need to worry about it. However, when you do come across acquisition efficiency, you'll find this functionality extremely useful. Now notice you have a choice to either hide or to show the acquisition efficiency on the value charts. If you hide it, you won't notice any difference on your EVE charts. They'll look the same as they always have. But I'm going to leave this checked to show the acquisition efficiency so we can see how this looks on the value chart. So let's take a look in the Summary tab. First, we see the blue bar shows a reference price of 4 cents per spill for the customer. That's from 2 sheets at 2 cents a sheet. And you may notice something a little odd here. See how that green differentiation value extends behind the blue and orange bars? And it shows 2 cents of differentiation value. In this example, that 2 cents is from the acquisition efficiency. To be precise, it's the cost of the second paper towel needed to clean that spill. Now, if I had chosen to hide the acquisition efficiency, you wouldn't see this green, and there'd be no differentiation value appearing at all. But we're going to stay with this view. Theoretically, if we charge 2 cents for super towel, the customer would get all this differentiation value and they'd save 2 cents per spill. But that's not the case, because if you recall, we put a price of 3 cents a sheet for super towel. So to see the full story, we need to go to another tab, specifically tab 4 price in the value communication tool. Here we get a much clearer picture. We see the competitor price of 4 cents a spill, 2 sheets, our price of 3 cents a spill, 1 sheet of super towel, a value split of the acquisition efficiency, 1 cent for the customer, 1 cent for us, a true win-win. One interesting thing about this example is that there are no regular value drivers at play here. It's all acquisition efficiency. If you look below in the value driver tab, you see something called lower spend. And you have the option to display this and any associated value messages to appear in the value proposition. Acquisition efficiency is certainly a source of value, but unlike regular value drivers, the amount of that value split is dependent on your offer price. So if Super Towel here were priced 4 cents a sheet, the customer would not get any value added. Although Super Towel is more efficient, that 4 cent a sheet price delivers zero value for the customer. As you see here, 4 cents for Super Towel gives us 2 cents of value capture, but no value to the customer. But let's change the scenario a bit and add a value driver. So here we have 1 cent of reduced labor cost per spill. So in this case, the 4 cent price would be an easier sell. And for clarity's sake, it would make sense then to hide the acquisition efficiency. And here you would see a more traditional EVE model. Okay, just one more quick topic to cover, and that is how to use different price metrics for your offer versus the competitive alternative. So here I'm going to use another variation of our super towel example, and you'll notice that I've defined the competitor price metric per meter and our offering metric on a per foot basis. Let's take a look at the units and currency dialog here. And one thing you'll notice is that there is now a new field that displays, which shows the relationship of 1 meter equals 3.28 foot, or 0.3 meter equals 1 foot. Everything else in this example in terms of the customer unit and relationships versus the competitor and offering units are exactly the same. And if there's an acquisition efficiency detected, it would show up the same as before. So that concludes this demonstration. As you can see, these recent enhancements add great capabilities to model virtually any type of value comparison situation. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you'd like more information. Thanks for watching.